Johnny's Kitchen. How's everybody doing this morning? I hope all is well for a Tuesday morning. Well, to my new subscribers, thank you so much for choosing to subscribe to my channel. And welcome to Joanne's YouTube family. I'm so freaking glad to have you. Yes, I am. And to those of you that's watching this channel for the first time, go ahead and take the time to subscribe. And be sure to tap that notification bell so every time I upload one of these tasty recipes, you want to be notified. So today, speaking of recipes, I have one for you. I'm doing sweet mashed potatoes and seared pork chops with a maple syrup and pecan glaze. Okay, so let's get started into the recipe, and I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna need for this dish. Okay, so I have here already clean and patted dry some pork chops. Now this is center cut pork chops, and yes, they are thin. Okay, thin is good for this dish that I'm making today because I have to sear them, and when I'm searing them, they're not going to take long because they're thin. I started to take out some pork chops. I said, no, I go buy some, and then found those thin ones. I said, oh, okay, that's good. Okay, so we're going to be searing them under my olive oil, okay? But first, I'm going to season these. So, just right now, you're just going to need a little bit of olive oil, and you're going to need some seasoning. Okay, now the seasoning I'm using is, I got this from Aldi's, okay? It's Stonewell. Yeah, Stone Mill. Okay, and I'm using steak seasoning. Okay, yes, I'm using steak seasoning to season my pork chops with. This all I'll be using for these chops. Besides the olive oil, it's the steak seasoning. Now, if you don't have an Aldi's in your neck of the woods, whatever kind of steak seasoning you have on hand, you can use that. It don't have to be a certain brand, just, you know, whatever. Okay, and we're going to season these really good, the front and the back, with this steak seasoning. Got to get this thing lifted up. Okay. So this steak seasoning got like a little bit of red pepper flakes, garlic, black pepper, you know, so that's why we don't need no other seasoning, because this has it all. And these chops gonna be so freaking good, I tell you. Now I have another recipe that's similar to this one, and that's with the chicken breast. And that was a mighty tasty dish as well. So if y'all looking for something healthy and delicious, y'all need to check out that dish. Chicken breast with and I did that a little different. I think that went in the oven because I did the chicken breast smothered in the sweet potatoes. Yeah, I like these bones to be seasoned. Them bones be having flavor, y'all. Okay, that's it. Now, once we got that seasoned, we're gonna come over here. Make sure that's good and hot. Don't need a whole lot of oil. Y'all can see how much oil I got there. That'll be sufficient. And we're going to sear them until they get brown on both sides, okay? Then we're going to remove them from the pan. Let me get me a fork because I got to Okay, so I'm going to turn, what I'm going to do, I'm going to sear these for about 4 or 5 minutes on each side, okay, until they get nice and brown, then flip them over and sear them for another 4 or 5 minutes on that side until it get brown and remove them. Once that's done, we're going to move on to the next step. But in the meantime, when I finish these chops here, I'm going to turn my oven on to 200 degrees, okay? So, and I'm going to place these chops in here just for them to stay warm, okay? So I have to turn my oven down to 200 because it's set at 350. Okay. Okay, y'all, welcome back. Over here, I have pecans. And we're just going to give these a nice little rough chop. And these are already chopped pecans, but I'm just going to chop them up just a little bit more. Not fine. So all you'll need is some butter and some maple syrup, okay? Pure maple syrup you want. Okay, that's it for pecan. Okay, so over here in this pan here, I done cleaned it out so we can put our, sorry about that. I done cleaned it out so we can put our butter in here and start our glaze. So we're going to do 1 tablespoon of butter. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of butter. Turn it down. I got it down on low. One-fourth cup of maple syrup. Go ahead and add our pecans back in here. Now I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of this butter in. And this is unsalted butter I'm using, okay? Just to keep it kind of healthy a little bit. And then we're gonna let this simmer. Our second 1/4 cup. Turn it down on low. Okay, now it's on low. Now we're gonna add in our pecans. I mean our chops. I'm sorry, y'all. We're gonna add the chops back in. So I have been letting them warm in a 200-degree oven, just so they can stay warm, okay? Okay, we're going to cover that up. Let me show y'all what we're going to do next. Okay, I have some potatoes there, my sweet potatoes. Now, my sweet potatoes, I boil them with the skin on. Okay, I didn't remove the skin. And let me show you guys what all you'll need for the sweet potatoes. Okay, so I'm using milk. If you can use heavy cream, or heavy whipping cream, or half and half, but I'm using milk, okay, because I didn't have any heavy cream. I'll be using maple syrup for my sweet potatoes, a little bit of vanilla, a little bit of cinnamon, and 1/4 cup of brown sugar, okay? So first off, I'm going to take my potatoes and I'm just going to mash them. So I let them boil with the skin on. And then after they got done, I just took the hot potato, ran it up under the some cold water from the sink, and peeled it. That's it. Okay. So I'm gonna add a little bit of milk to this. I'm adding in 1/4 cup of brown sugar. One-4 cup of maple syrup. You can add white sugar to this as well. A little bit of vanilla extract. And a little bit of ground cinnamon. You could do both of the sugars if you like the brown and the white, and then heavy cream, whipping cream, whatever. You know what I mean? And we just gonna give this a stir. I'm leaving out my butter. Get them a little creamy because they was kind of stiff there. Skin. Sour cream, y'all. Okay, you got some comment. Now I'm just gonna give this a little taste just to make sure it's a little more sweet. These are sweet mashed potatoes. Ain't gotta be Kool-Aid sweet, but you know. Okay, that did. Need a little bit more. Okay, and that's it for my sweet mashed potatoes. So, and if you feel like, you know what, I'm gonna do it like this. And that's just gonna sit in there. I'm not gonna mix that. And if you feel like you want to put some pecans in here, you can. You know, that'll be a good. It'll be good. Trust me. Take your pecans, a few pecans, and just chop them up in there, and it will complete your dish. So let me find my top. Sprinkle it with a little cinnamon. Okay. Can y'all see that? And you know what? I think I'm going to go ahead on and just add a few chopped pecans to it. It won't hurt it. Just for a garnish. You know. There we have it. Join sweet potatoes. Mashed potatoes. Okay, so I'll be back when I'm ready to plate this up and show you guys what this is gonna look like plated up. So see you in a few. Okay, you guys, here's a look at my dinner. We have our sweet mashed potatoes topped with our pecan and maple syrup, and then we have the main course here. We have pork chops, center cut pork chops, seared with a maple and pecan glaze. So I took my pork chops out because when I did the glaze, I added the pork chops in. So I went back, took the pork chops out. That's what I meant to do, and I don't know why I dumped it in. But anyway, I took the pork chops out. So when you get ready to do the glaze, when you finish your pork chops, just cook, you know, sear your pork chops, and then remove it. Clean pan. Take some butter. 1/4 cup to 2/4. You're gonna use 2 1/4 cups of maple syrup, and that's pure 100% pure maple syrup, and mix it together. Add your pecans, and there you go. Then you're gonna take your glaze and just spread it over on top of your pork chops here. Okay, any kind of pork chops to do. It can be bone in or without the bone. I just happened to get seared because they didn't take that long. It took a little minute, but you know, not that long. And I topped it off with some sweet mashed potatoes, and I was going to do some asparagus. I bought some asparagus, but when I looked in the fridge, we still had like a pot of just a little small bit of string beans left. I just used those instead of just throwing those away. Okay, so and that's it. And you can pair this dish with any of the choice of your likings. So I hope you guys like this recipe, and if you do, just remember to like, share, and subscribe to Joanne's Kitchen. Once again, I thank you all for watching this video, and till the next time, ladies and gents, I will see you guys later. Take care. I love you guys. Stay safe. Maple glazed pork chops with sweet mashed potatoes 101. See you guys later.